I'm Ryan Iverson, and this is the Investor Breakout Weekly Insight. Let's talk about what happened this week. Canada's AI infrastructure race is starting to scale up, and TELUS is making a major bet on it. The federal government is now backing TELUS's plan to build a large AI-focused data center network in British Columbia. The numbers are significant. TELUS plans on building out roughly 150 megawatts of AI capacity by 2032, enough to power more than 60,000 GPUs, the specialized chips driving artificial intelligence. The project includes three major components: an expansion in Kamloops, a converted AI facility in Vancouver, and eventually a new large-scale downtown Vancouver data center, expected to begin coming online in 2029. So why does this matter? Because countries are now competing for AI infrastructure the same way they once competed for energy or manufacturing capacity. The Canadian government is framing this as sovereign AI, keeping compute power, data, and intellectual property inside Canada instead of relying entirely on US hyperscalers. And this is not just private capital anymore. Ottawa is actively stepping in to support large-scale AI infrastructure projects, potentially through direct funding or government compute purchases. That marks a major shift. At the same time, power is becoming the bottleneck. BC Hydro has only opened up 400 megawatts of new data center capacity across the province over the next 2 years, meaning companies are now competing directly for electricity access. The bigger picture is clear. AI is no longer just a software story. It is becoming an infrastructure story. Gunnison Copper was one of the top 5 picks at the Scottsdale Capital Event. And this is a copper story built around scale, production, and US supply security. The company, trading under the symbol GCU, controls 12 known deposits in Arizona's Cochise mining district, with its flagship Gunnison project positioned as a potential large-scale domestic copper supplier. And this is not just exploration. Through its Johnson Camp mine, Gunnison is already producing and selling copper cathode directly to Amazon Web Services for use in US data centers. That gives the company something many copper juniors do not have: real operating proof. The bigger upside sits at the flagship Gunnison project. The updated 2026 PEA outlines 3.2 billion pounds of recovered copper over a 21-year mine life, with an average annual cathode production of roughly 174 million pounds in the first 15 years. Management says that would equal roughly 11% of current US refined copper production. And there is still district upside beyond that. The Strong and Harris satellite deposit was recently added into the mine plan, helping expand the overall copper profile while highlighting the broader potential across the district. This is the type of story investors are increasingly paying attention to: a US-based copper platform, existing production, long life scale, and growing strategic importance as copper demand accelerates.Gunnison's full editorial spotlight is coming soon to the Investor Breakout newsletter. I'm Ryan Iverson, and we'll see you next week.